Intro time. Okay, so this is this. Oh, don't fall. I'm obsessed. Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Trina. If you guys are first time viewers, then welcome. If you guys have subscribed before, then welcome back. Also, I'm hoping that you guys are having a great day today or a great week today. Anyway, for this video, I'm gonna be doing a full face of Kiko Milano products. I know a lot of you guys are also curious about this brand, especially those who come from my IG followers, because I did a poll before and I know that Kiko won over another brand. I forgot what brand it was, but a lot of you are curious about this brand, therefore I'm gonna be doing a full face of makeup. This is what I came up with and I hope you guys enjoy this video. I tried to incorporate a lot of the products that I bought into this video, and I also swatched some of the products that I did not put on my face. Okay, so if you guys want to know more about the brand Kiko Milano and what I put on my face, then just keep on watching. What is this? Alright, now that I have a fresh face, I washed my face and then I also masked before that just to get a little bit of the impurities out of the way. I'm gonna go in with skincare because skincare, I super believe, is the key to having great base makeup, especially if it's very, very hydrated. If you guys have dry skin, you guys know that hydration is key for that. If you guys have oily skin, then you do your own skincare as well, just to prepare it before you put on your makeup. So I'm just gonna go in with a toner first. This is the Klairs Supple Preparation Toner, and I've been using this a lot. I got this from Wish Trend, and I just like putting this directly on my hands and putting this all over my face. Next, I'm gonna go in with this Klairs Rich Moist Soothing Serum. I usually use this with vitamin C drops, but since it's still the morning, I'm not gonna use the vitamin C drops as it is not great when it's exposed to sunlight. So I'm just gonna use this and put it all over my face as well. Lastly, I'm going to go in with this Klairs Rich Moist Soothing Cream. I'm going to be using this as my moisturizer, and I'm putting this all over my face as well. It's really thick. It has a good consistency. I've been using this for about a month now and I absolutely enjoy it. Next, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Illuminating Eye Cream, and I'm just gonna put this under my eyes. It has vitamin E and it has purified water in it, so it really hydrates my skin. Lastly, for the skin, I'm gonna go in with Klairs new UV Essence. I think it's the Soft Airy UV Essence, and this is so nice. It's like a fast absorbing gel-like formula. I'm gonna put it on my fingers and put it all over my face. It also has SPF 50, which is super great. Last thing to prep, I'm just gonna go in with the Glossy lipbalm.com, and this one is in Birthday Cake and just tastes delicious, and it really does moisturize my lips. Okay, now that I've done my skincare and I feel like I'm very moisturized and my skin is supple and ready for anything, I'm gonna go in with the Kiko Milano products. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on a primer. This is my favorite, probably like my top 3 products from Kiko Milano. It's one of their best sellers. This is their Skin Trainer CC Blur, and I got it in natural. Basically what this does is it blurs your skin out. It's so good at doing that, and it also fills in your pores. So if you want to go out and you don't really want to put a lot of makeup on and you just want to look a little bit more flawless, then this is what you put on your skin. I'm just going to show you guys how amazing this product is so you guys can see the difference. So this is this side with a blurring. So this is this side. I'm putting it over here to show you guys the effect. Can you see the difference between this side and this side? Obviously this is a little bit more moisturized and shiny, but it definitely mattifies, blurs my imperfections, and it also fills in my pores. This product is great. It's so good. So I'm going to continue doing that, and I'm just going to put it in areas where I know I have big pores and I need more blurring effect. So down here on my nose and over here in this cheek area. And I'm also just patting it in. It feels so good. Down my chin and over there. I did some research on this, and these are the top 2 foundations that I found. There weren't really a lot of reviews on it, and if they did, it was in a different language, so I couldn't really understand it. But I noticed that this is it's much more popular in Europe as compared to the States or Asia, and I know that it's a lot cheaper in Europe too as compared to here in the States. So the 2 foundations that I have is the Kiko Liquid Skin. I think this is the Second Skin. It's the Second Skin foundation, and I have mine in Neutral 40. This definitely reminds me of the Catrice foundation that I also love, except I like this a little bit more. I feel like it's because the color matches me a little bit more as compared to the Catrice one. This foundation has 14 shades as compared to Catrice, which I think in the beginning when I started using it, they only had 4 shades, and I wish they had a wider variety for both brands and both foundations, but 14 is definitely better than 4. I think Catrice is coming out with new shades as well, so I mean, that's progress in my opinion. But I will link the Catrice one and the Kiko Milano one down below. The second one that I have is the Kiko Ultimate Foundation, and this one has really good coverage. It's medium to full coverage. The color that I have is Neutral Gold number 50. It's a little bit confusing, and I'm just really glad that I was in the store to swatch everything, but currently I'm not sure if this is a little bit too light on me. We shall see, because this is the foundation that I'm gonna be using today. Gonna get my handy dandy candle dish. Gonna do a pump, and it's a very thick consistency. I'm gonna go in with my Kiko Milano foundation brush. I'm not sure if this is gonna be a little too dense, because I usually use this on less creamier foundations, but we shall see what happens. So I'm just gonna stamp it on, and then buff it out. So for this area, I switched it out for a less dense brush. This is the Beauty Cosmetics D20. It's much softer and it glides on more. So I feel like this is the brush that I'm gonna be using for that foundation instead of the Kiko Milano foundation brush, but I will use that more for liquidy and like buffing out. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Flower Beauty sponge, and I'm just gonna stamp it to make sure that there are no lines. Next up, I'm gonna do brows, and the one that I got is the Eyebrow Expert Kit. This one is in number 2. The problem was I was still very blonde when I got this kit, so it's a little bit light on me, so I might have to mix it with something else, but I will show you what it looks like. I think this is a great kit when it comes to how complete it is, because it does have a mirror. It also comes with all the tools that you're gonna need. It's gonna have tweezers, a brush, and a spoolie, and then it has the wax, the lighter shade, and a darker shade. So I might have to pass on this one. Probably just gonna use the wax and then use another product. So I'm gonna do my brows and then I'll be back. All right, now I have my brows on. I only used the wax and the spoolie because the colors, like I said, was not a perfect match for my hair anymore. I ended up using my Wet n Wild eyebrow kit. I also used my Glossy Boy Brow because I did not have a, oh, darn it. And then for my eyebrow mascara, just to set it in place, I put in some Glossier, and then I also put in the Kiko eyebrow Fibers, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Eyebrow Fibers, and this one is in number 2. It's a little bit too brown for me. That's why I did a little bit more of the Glossier one, but I think it worked well when I mixed it together. Okay, now that we're done with that, I'm gonna go in with eyes. Like I said, I'm not gonna do anything really fancy with the eyes today. I didn't really get a palette from Kiko Milano because nothing really interested me, like the whole set, but I did get individual eyeshadows, and I will be showing them to you today. First thing I'm gonna go in with are these Cream Crush Lasting eyeshadows, and I have them in number 11 and number 10. Number 11 is a really nice iridescent white, and number 10 is a, I think it's like a peachy color. So what's really great about them is that they don't dry up easily, and once it's on, it doesn't really go anywhere. Since I don't have an eye primer, this is perfect because I'm just gonna go in with number 10, and I'm just gonna use my ring finger, and I'm just gonna plop it all over my lid. Just gonna make sure that it's not creased from the foundation. This is so pretty too if you just wanna use this because it gives a nice, it gives your eyes that nice light, kind of like a nice glow, but it does have a tinge to it as well. Next, I have these Color Smart eyeshadows, and I thought that they would accompany the shadow pots, the shadow creams that I applied a while ago. And I'm gonna go in with number 13. These are both mattes, and number 10 is like a nice white that goes all over your lid. It's just a good base. I'm just gonna grab a fluffy brush, dip that into the peach tone, and place it where I place the cream eyeshadows as well. So like I said, since I don't really have a lot of eyeshadows with me, I think I'm gonna go in with a blush that I got. This is the Shade Fusion Trio Blush and number 5. And I think I'm gonna go in with one of the pinks as a crease color just to deepen it up. And I might go with either the middle one. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with the middle color. Use it with caution just because it's a blush. It's not made for your lids. Could be a different formula because the lids are technically a little bit more dry. So I used to be very scared of pinks just because I thought I would look sick or dead, but with the right combination of everything, it looks great. And then I'm gonna grab the darker shade from the blush trio, and I'm just gonna put that on the crease, but only on the outer areas. I'm gonna grab a clean blending brush and just fluff out the edges. Just make it a little bit cleaner. Next, I'm gonna go in with a flat shader brush, and I'm gonna use the number 10 and tap that on. And I'm just gonna use this for my brow bone. I also wanted to mention that I grabbed a Kiko Long Lasting eyeshadow stick, and this one is in number 7, and it's just a really nice champagne color. It's very pretty, and it's very bright. So sometimes I like using this all over my lid and just like patting it on, and it stays put the whole day. But for now, I'm gonna use it as an inner highlight. And put a little bit and spread. I don't think I want to put a liner on my lids, but I wanted to show you the 3 eyeliners that I picked up. I have one of the Lasting Precision one, and this one is just in number 1, a nude that I can put to make my eyes look bigger. And then I have two of the intense color ones. I have it in a purple and a brown. I accidentally picked up the purple by mistake. I thought it was a black, but it doesn't matter because I tend to use purple every now and then because I do have brown eyes and purple emphasizes brown eyes. So I don't really want to put any eyeliner on my eyes today. I just want to keep it like nice and simple and bright. I'm also going to go in with the Lasting Precision one though and put it on my waterline just to make me look a little bit more awake. Next, I'm gonna go in with a mascara. I know a lot of people have talked about this before, but this is the Extra Sculpt Mascara by Kiko, and I got the waterproof one just because I wanted to hold a curl even more. So this is really great for volumizing your lashes, and it just makes it a little bit more full. The applicator of this is very interesting because it's like a, what is it called? Like a timer? Like a glass timer? What is it called, Trina? You're blanking. That hourglass shaped one, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's what it looks like. And at first I was just like, what is it doing? Why does it look that way? But I mean, if it helps with volumizing, why not? Alright, mascara is done. I didn't put any on the bottom lashes. I just felt like I wanted it to be more open, and it depends on your eye shape too. Sometimes I do like that look, but for today I think I'm just gonna go in with false lashes at the end of everything and probably not touch my lower lashes. Okay, now that that's done, I'm gonna go in with concealer so I can finish up the face. I have two concealers from Kiko Milano. I have the full coverage concealer, which is this one, and then I have the natural concealer, which is the one in the tube right here. The only thing that I should have done was not get it in a lighter shade. The full coverage, this one is very, very light on me. This one is in number 2. And this one, the natural one, which is liquid, which is supposed to be perfect because I think this one is in number 2 too, which is light, but I find it a little bit too thick and a little bit too drying instead of it being natural. So what I'm gonna do is, since I've tried this out before, I'm just gonna mix it in with another concealer. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of the natural concealer here. Maybe I'm just not used to thick concealers because usually I get concealers that aren't as thick, you know? I'm gonna go in with a concealer brush and just spread. Tap and spread. Definitely brightened my under eye though, you know? So I think it definitely brightened up my skin, and I haven't even put the other concealer yet, but I think it's better with this brush instead of like a beauty sponge or anything else. But I'm just gonna dab the excess on here, right down my nose, a little bit here. Okay, now the concealer's done, I'm just gonna go in with Laura Mercier setting powder, and this one is in translucent. I didn't really get a translucent powder there, which I don't know why. I should have, but I didn't. Set it. Before I set the whole face with powder, I'm just gonna go in with a cream highlighter, and this one is the Radiant Touch highlighter stick, and when I swatched this in store, I was just so in love with it. I'll just show you guys, maybe here. Look at the beauty in that cream highlighter. It's so pretty. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my ring finger, warm it with my hand, and stamp it on the high points of my cheeks, just to give me a little bit of a glow, because the foundation that I used is more on the satin side. Just gonna tap it on because I don't want to erase the foundation. The first powder from the brand that I'm gonna be using is their Matte Fusion powder, and this is a great matte powder. I used this a couple of times already, and it really does keep the oils at bay. So I'm just gonna use a fluffy powder brush, dip it in, and go to town with my powder. Okay, not go to town, but I'm just gonna press it in. Next, I'm gonna go in with bronzer. This is from their Summer 2.0 collection, and it's beautiful, but I know that every collection that they come out with, they usually have a bronzer that's this big. It's amazing. So this one is in number 1 Sun Celebration Honey, and it has a beautiful shine to it. It kind of reminds me of Betty Luminizer, and it has that little bit of shine in it that gives you that nice sun-kissed glow. So I'm gonna go in with my Beauty Cosmetics D28 brush, just tap that on, swirl it around, and it doesn't really have a lot of powder. So I'm just gonna gently put this where I'm supposed to be contouring, just to give my skin a little bit more life back. Next for blush, I'm gonna go back in with my shade Fusion blush, the one that I used a while ago. Just gonna swirl it in there, tap off the excess, and just put it on my cheeks. This ended up looking like a monochromatic look, but I still like it. I really like pinks lately, which is weird. I usually just go for a lot of nudes, peaches, but pinks, this is fairly new for me. Next, I'm gonna go in with highlight, but instead of highlight, what I'm gonna use are these eyeshadows. These are the long-lasting wet and dry eyeshadows from Kiko Milano. I have it in 200 and 208, and 208 is what I'm gonna be using. It's like a gold foiled eyeshadow, and this is a dupe for MAC's Is It Whisper of Guilt. So I'm gonna go in with a small fluffy brush because I wanna concentrate that on a certain area. It also has a mirror. So I'm just gonna dip that in, and I wanna concentrate it right here. Gosh, that's insane. And then I'm just gonna bring it up. Right here. Oh gosh. Gonna put some on the tip of my nose, right on the very tippy top. And also down on this area, just to give it a more lifted appearance. Add more highlighter, because why not? Over here, to give back that glow. Last thing I'm gonna do, because my face is pretty matte because of the foundation, I'm just gonna dust my face with this Radiant Fusion powder, and I have it in number 4. This reminds me of the Hourglass powders, and it's just so beautiful. It does give your face a lot of radiance, but it's not very like sparkly. It just gives you a nice shine. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be using a kabuki brush that I got from the Summer 2.0 collection. It's so soft, I couldn't leave without it. So I'm just gonna dust that all over my face. Their compacts also have a mirror in them, which is great. And just dust. Using a very light hand. It's so soft. It's ridiculously soft. Okay, I'm just gonna put on some lashes and I'll be right back for the last touch. All right, my lashes are now on. I didn't buy any lashes from Kiko, so I just used my own stash. And I got these from the Philippines, but I just want to describe them a little bit. They're a little bit more fluffier. They're wispy, so they're longer on the outside and thinner on the inside as well. And they are brown instead of a black. It's like a dark brown. Now we're gonna go in with the lips. I'm gonna be using the, what is it called? Everlasting Color Precision Lip Liner, and I have it in 401, which is kind of like a nudie pink, and it also has a smudger at the end and a, I think this is a sharpener. So The lip liner is super creamy and it's very opaque as well. So I have a couple of lipsticks from the brand. I wanted to try a lot of them. I have the Velvet Passion Matte Lipstick. I have the Gossamer Emotion ones. I have a, what is it called? A Smart Fusion lipstick. And I know I also have, this one. And then I also have this one, which is the Unlimited Stylo, which is a thicker matte formula. It's a little bit too thick for me the last time that I wore it, but I don't know, I might not use this one today. But I think I'm gonna go with a pinky nude. I love how these lipsticks, these are the Gossamer ones, you just go bloop, and it pops out. And look at this packaging. Look how pretty that is. I have to salute Kiko for a drugstore brand in Europe that has really, really great packaging. I know it can be a little bit pricier here in the States, but in Europe, this is very affordable. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with a peachy or pink one, and I think this one is called 103. That's how that looks like. It's a little too light for me. I'm gonna mix in 107, which is darker. Maybe I should have used 107 instead. Yeah. This is not gonna last long because it is a Gossamer one, which is a glossy, has like a slip to it. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with a darker lip liner. This is from Kiko as well, and this is the Creamy Color Comfort Liner in number 318. Alright, since my lips are already glossy, I'm just gonna show this to you, but I use this a lot. This is the 3D Hydra Lip Gloss in number 7. Very, very creamy, and it's a little bit sticky, but it's not so bad because it lasts a long time and has a little bit of a tint to it. Very, very milky. And I put that on top of my lip liners by itself or lipsticks. Last thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my face with a setting spray. And this is the one that I got. This was during their Tropic Heat. It's a primer and fixer, but I'm gonna use it as a fixer. I'm just gonna go with the green one. I think I got a strawberry one too, and I think they had another pink one. I may be wrong, and I love the sound of it. All right, time to spray. It smells so good. I haven't tried that as a primer, but as a fixer, I've tried it before, and it just melts everything in. For the full face of Kiko Milano products. I was so excited to put this out. I have been trying their products here and there, but I'm just glad that I was able to share it with you guys, because I remember one time when I asked on IG what brand you guys were curious about, you said Kiko Milano, and I also noticed that not a lot of people talk about it on YouTube, not a lot of people in the States, except for I think it was Kathleen and maybe Tati that talked about it. So I don't think it's a very popular brand here, but I could be wrong. If you guys have products from the brand that you've tried out but I didn't show in this video, please don't forget to comment down below, because I'm still curious about the brand and I'm sure there are a lot of things that I still need to try out. So overall, I really do enjoy this brand. I have a lot of respect for them. Even though they are a little bit pricier here in the States as compared to Europe, they do have great products that are still affordable, especially if you buy them in another country or in Europe when you go and visit. I also love their packaging. It's so sleek, so classy. It's so beautiful for something that isn't high-end. Packaging is very comparable to high-end for me. Okay, so that is it for this video. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't subscribed yet. And also hit that tiny bell right beside the subscribe button, so you guys are updated every time I upload a video. That's it. Please don't forget to love one another and be kind to one another, and I will see you guys really soon. Bye! Mwah!